Hey everybody, I'm just making a quick recording of the client portal because some of you are still not logged in. Some of you are probably new students and some are old students but haven't taken the time to log in. So here's your client portal. You will, when you log into the custom college plan dashboard, you already have your username and password. You'll come here. You can see on the very first page links to your how you can set up meetings with me. Click on this link or just copy this link detail into a browser. You can set up a meeting with me. You can see a bunch of your outstanding items, to-dos that I'm expecting you to work on. Yes, if you've not worked on these, when I meet you next time, I want to see them done. So please make sure the to-dos are done. So if you go on the to-dos, click on the left side here on the to-dos, you can see the expectation that these to-dos should be done. Sometimes you will have a to-do which is showing outdated, like there's an exclamation mark over here, which means it's supposed to be done. This is expected by a certain date. Like there's some which I'm expecting by 30th of November. If this is not done by the time it's expected, then there'll be a red mark over here. I'll end up getting involved. It's best you start, when you finish the work over here with this thing, you can just drag that completed item here. That way I know it's taken care of, okay? Your goal is to go inside, click on like the Google Classroom link, which will take you to the Google Classroom, which you have also been provisioned for. So go there, have a look at what it is. Maybe there is an assignment over there for you to work on, but that's your goal, okay? Besides that, depending whenever you're taking the SAT or the ACT, click on the testing button here, click on add test date. Maybe you're giving the SAT, click on SAT dates, and you can choose which date you're going to give the SAT for. And when you click on that, it'll bring up the dates for the SAT for that particular date. That's a good way for you to know when the next SAT is set as planned or when it's coming up. And if you have set yourself up for it, then just click it and let it go from there, okay? Besides that, you will see this college component here on the left side, which I have listed with a lot of colleges, which I've put on the left side of the screen here. Colleges I think you should be looking at. I've also color coded them. So like blue means it's a target, green means it's a reach, and then orange means it's a safety school for you, okay? Your goal is to go in there, look at the school in details. For example, Duke, your goal is to go inside, see details about that school, demographics, how much does it cost to go to that school, institutional aid for that school. Look at the programs that the school offers. Click on expand all and you can see all the different programs that are there in the school. You can see if the school has a lot of programs with doctoral and bachelor's and master's, that's a good program. Even if it doesn't have like a doctoral or master's, if it's a college, but it has a lot of those programs for a specific discipline, then you know it's a very good school for that area. For example, Duke is not really known for computer science. You can see in CS, they only have 2 of these, okay? Engineering, good enough, not crazy amount, but you can see in foreign languages, they have a lot. In health profession, Duke has a lot of things, okay? So you can make out if a school is really detailed, which is the area of expertise for them. That's just by looking at it visually here. Then you can look at the FISC guide, which tells you in simple English language what this particular school is good at, strongest programs the school has good at, and schools the school overlaps with, meaning students who go here also go to these other schools. That's a good way to learn which are some other good schools to the favorites that you have in mind. Okay, essays can tell you about which are the essays for the school, required essays and other essays, which we'll talk a little later. But that's the end of colleges. But your goal is to keep adding. So if you're looking at ASU, that you want to go to ASU, click it over here. Okay, so that'll show up in that list over there. Then you can take it back from there as well. I can put MIT in this list. Maybe that's the school that you're looking at. But that's the way I'm looking at it. Then the calendar view tells you everything I'm expecting for you to finish. Like that there are tasks to be finished. There are some testing dates called out here. But this is how you see a calendar view of all the tasks given to you. We talked about the to-do items. Files is an area where you'll see a lot of good details. Things I've put in there, files you should look at for, this is just for the 11th graders. So you can see details about, some particular maybe there's a college program or something detailed to a particular somebody has spoken really well about university process. So I've called that out here. So most of my documents are Google Docs that you'll see here. The other thing you should consider is the assessments. Everybody should have assessments turned on for you. Click on Start a New Assessment. You can take any one of these 4 assessments. Your goal is to do all 4 assessments very quickly for me. Each assessment takes about 20 minutes to do. So finish that, go into it, and go into it. It's fairly easy to do it. It takes about 15-20 minutes total. You can click on Continue. You can see it's fairly yes, no kind of answers. Okay. Then comes to the essays. In the essays section, what you want is your primary goal is to get to the resume. Okay. So click on Content here. Then click on Resume and Activities. Then click on Resume Activities here. Okay. And then you go into building a resume. Click over here, Open. Okay. At this point, I'm ready to create a resume, put your activities. I can create an activity here. In this case, I can give the activity a name. Activity, let's call it volunteering. Okay. Giving help to the poor. What is this activity? We've given that. My role is president of club. I've done this in freshman, sophomore year, and the junior year. I can put a category. Hours per week, 2 weeks per this thing, maybe 20 weeks. What did I do? I organized events like X and Y. Mentored new members. Okay, I could keep putting more and more items over here. Okay, so if I put one more item over here, I could put over here. I can create new items. I can put an award. Awarded by management in the year something. Okay, and I could do a save over here. I can add another activity over here called giving work at Panera Breads. Okay, serving clients. Role was server. Put this in the category of community service, or this is paid work. But the good thing is, once I do this work over here, okay, and I save this activity, what you'll see is now at the end of it, if I export this as a Word document, okay, I just created into a Word document, and you can see now this entire document got created in a templated form for you to be able to download and keep it. Okay, then you upload this in the Google Doc in the directory I've created for you. That's where all this should go. So really, that's about what it was. Actually, there's one more part. Clicking on essays, which is where we just did the resumes. We actually built that just now for you. There's another part of the content building which you need to take care of, which is click on the content plan. Actually, click on essay development. Come into application plan. Click on start. Do what's called as the persona quiz. Start with the persona quiz. Finish this persona quiz for me. Okay. And when you're done with the persona quiz, work on define who you are and goal of the application. Now, these are all the things you're supposed to do for me and be ready for me even before we meet for the first time. Okay. So make sure this is done. You've done the initial tasks of onboarding yourself for the 3-4 tasks I've given to you, and be ready to discuss with me when you come. Okay.